following the circle of the wildfire. So her beliefs, of course, that everything needs to live its purpose. You know, you grow up things to die and turn to ash to fertilize other things. So it's a whole magical circle of life. And so she uses fire a lot on her enemies to turn them to ash to fuel better life or whatnot. But she also has some spells to make life grow. She's not really into animals, as the group has found out. And I don't think she's really a tank because she doesn't summon or she doesn't wild shape. She summons a wildfire spirit that does fire damage and dances around. So she's not a very traditional druid and not a very tanky one. But she does have some healing, so she's a little bit of do a little bit of everything kind of character. And with that, I'll throw the microphone over to one of our more specialized characters, Captain Kangaroo.
Hey everyone, I'm Captain Kangaroo. I'm playing Sanctus Erroneous tonight. He is the healer slash buffer slash the guy you go to if you want all your problems, really thought about, and as long as you are open-minded about who you believe and give money towards. He's the only one here I think that's not of a like a regular D&D playing. Like he's a Astro Elf. I don't think anyone else here that has a Spelljammer based array. So he's very interesting in that regard, I guess. I chose him on purpose because just the ability to starlight step from place to place is pretty much really OP as itself. And avoids having to make weird saves just to get across a small distance. It's really great, actually.
Prevents having to chuck people, doesn't it?
So everyone's chucking people like, can we make sure your saves no big, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna teleport that way. But his biggest purpose in the group is really just buffing everyone and making sure everyone can make the rolls, so that way he doesn't have to do anything himself, unless of course they're undead, because then they're sinners and they need to be dealt with. From there, I'm going to pass the microphone to Chuggawaga.
Hi guys, I'm Chuggawaga. I am playing Xaryxis Simersut, who is a arcade trickster rock gnome. So he's a rogue with a little sprinkling of wizardry magic thrown in. I think he's the smallest member of the group. He stands about 3 foot tall. He's got a white beard and a walrus mustache, both which are immaculately groomed. His eyebrows and his ear hair, though, completely the opposite. It's wild and unkept. Never seen so much ear hair on another person. He's good, loves mysteries and puzzles, and he's very knowledgeable in history, but only on his world. He knows very little of wild space. When it comes to combat, he normally hovers on the fringes of the melee and just strikes when an opportunity presents itself. He also has a love of tinkering, and he seems to be very adept at producing items that will really make the simplest of tasks overcomplicated. And I shall pass on to Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm playing Ty. He's a wood elf monk who was raised in a forest where he learned all about recognizing and manipulating ki, which is the life force that flows through all living things. During his time in the forest, he had to run across and under tree branches a lot while he was hunting and doing his stuff. So his movement is very dynamic, has a lot of flips in it. He's kind of like a parkour guy. And of course, growing up in a forest, he feels a very strong connection to nature. So any attack towards nature is an attack towards him. And with that, I'll pass it on to Medivac.
Thank you, Matt. I'm Medivac, and I play Solvar Truthseeker. He grew up in the mountains. He's used to extreme cold. He's following the path of Berserker, very, very primal. So which is why he tends to throw himself headfirst into combat. He throws everything to the wind when he's doing that, with his great axe swinging to and fro, which is why everyone knows to step out the way. In the more quieter downtimes, he's trying to learn to cook. We've not seen that yet because he's not had a moment to take out his utensils. But one day he will whip up a mean boiling broth of roots and stuff. Yeah. And that's it, really. He's just shy of 8 foot tall. He's very selfless. And with that, I shall pass on to our GM inwils.
Thank you.
Oh, just a side note, what level are we supposed to be?
You should be now one.
I think it's level 15.
Yeah.
That's all right.
One level higher than. So you started
Seventh.
off at 5th, 6th, 7th.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really pleased, Medivac, that you didn't mention Saul's utensils and loincloth in the same sentence, because that would have been worrying.
Well, that's why I keep my utensils.
He doesn't want to be hashtag me too.
Yeah. And just to let you know, at the start of the stream, you guys weren't turned on. I was turned on twice. So we're safe for the first 8 seconds. You know,
which one of us did it?
Ooh, shakalaka.
Yeah, who's responsible for turning you on?
Yeah.
Well, I think it just started like that. But there was a bit of an echo.
Yeah, I wish at my age I could do that.
It was the noise that got you going.
Yeah, but it means that we're safe for the first 8 seconds, which I'm pleased about.
That's just normal for me.
Yeah. So it lasted. It probably lasted longer than 8 seconds, so we're fine.
That's good. I'm happy. I'm usually it's. I think practice and time. You know.
I tell you when I noticed it was when Jennifer started to talk, and I thought, "There's nothing going on there." And then the other thing that I have to say,
all of a sudden there was.
Yeah, there was, and it's. I have to also say that Jennifer, I forgot to enlarge your token when you did. What?
Everything that you're saying is being taken as an innuendo here. Everybody's just giggling.
There's a whole load.
It's so happy you were turned on, though.
It feels like you're in on it at a certain point.
I sometimes wonder if we're related. I honestly do.
So anyway, Jennifer, I forgot to enlarge your token at the beginning when you're doing your introduction, so it is enlarged. Well, it's been enlarged for the last couple of minutes. The other thing that I have to say is that Saul, Ty, and Perry, when I try to enlarge your tokens, they don't come very big at all. So I think it's because they must be of a lower resolution or something like that. So when you look back at the stream, don't think I'm sort of like making you small on purpose. Okay then, Saul's just rolled 1d12 for some reason.
Hit points.
Oh, hit points. Got you. So at the end of the last adventure, the party were on an invisible ship, their invisible ship, and they were sailing through, trying to catch the last breath, which was Grimzoid's original ship, and his crew had mutinied. And I forget what your ship is called.
Second Wind.
Second Wind, yeah. So Grimzoid traced some magical runes on the deck of the Second Wind, and they headed off into a cosmic storm to try to liberate the last breath. Grimzoid mentioned at that point that on the ship there was a secret weapon, his secret weapon, and also to be very careful because the ship was loaded up with alchemist fire. There were kegs of it down below, which basically means if Jennifer hurled fire at it, it could set on fire and the whole ship could go up. The group managed to steer the ship alongside the last breath, and then combat ensued. Saul went to the stern or the back of the ship and engaged a massive zombie ogre, and there was a big battle there. Saul, is it called Star Step? Or I keep wanting to call it Misty Step, but I think that's something else.
Starlight Step.
Starlight Step. He Starlight stepped up to the forecastle, where he did a number of things, including turning undead, conjuring up a spiritual hammer and doing that posh thing when there's a whole load of people around him all going, oh, and sort of like killing people left, right, and center.
I call it my holy mosh pit.
Yeah, what is it called?
Call it Spirit Guardians.
Spirit Guardians, that's it. Jennifer launched onto the ship as well and nearly took out with Scorching Ray one of the vampires single-handedly, but didn't quite manage it. The other pirates turned around and started to blast Jennifer at range. Jennifer managed to recover and heal herself, and then Perry came across from the invisible ship onto the ship and then went across and started to fight the vampire up at the top. Sol dispatched his and then came and helped Jennifer, and Sol came across as well. And in the end, all the vampires on the top deck were killed. At that point, Grimzoid produced the lady who is on the deck at the moment, who is called Princess Zedalia, and she is the princess of the king of Xaryxis, and she knows about Ty, just keep calm when you hear this. She knows about the attack on your planet, but she's also a secret weapon. And if you remember, she finished off saying, "I am Princess Zedalia, daughter of the Emperor Zavan, and heir to the throne of Xaryxis." And that's where we finished it. And we're going to go straight in from that point. By all means, adjust hit points and things like that, because you've all gone up a level. But we're going to go straight in and to finish off the bit of the encounter. Because at this point, Grimzoid looks around and he's frantically searching around the ship. And he turns to anybody who looks roughly in charge, and sort of like says to you all, "We've got a bit of a problem, guys."
Well, the reveal, I will bow down, because she happens to be the princess of my people.
Yeah, that is murdering half of the.
Yeah, but I
yeah,
still have to bow. Like, it's not like it's her fault; it's her
Yeah.
dad.
She sort of like looks at you in a very disrespectful way, as if to say, you must be a peasant, and sort of like acknowledges you just with a turn of her head away.
Oh my god, the princess turned her head from me.
And Grimzoid says, "Guys, we've got a problem."
Isn't there a ghost to be dealt with?
He sort of like looks around and he says, "There's 2 of my crew not here."
Could
Could one be on the Spelljammer helm?
Yeah, there's the mage that we hire, Rootledge. He must be still at the spelljamming helm. He's probably aware of what's happened. Be careful. And then,
Oh, he will be if he's on the. You know exactly what's been happening.
but we've got a bigger problem. I can't see Agony.
And who's Agony besides a person with just a ridiculous name?
And
It's the ghost.
you notice that Grim Zoid sort of like he's quite frantically looking around. He looks a little bit nervous all the time, as if anything could appear from any part of the ship at any point. And he says, "Agony's a ghost. It's attached to the ship." He actually took possession of your friend over on your ship.
I am
He's quite
a
powerful,
super sinner.
and he's very, well, be warned, anyone with a weak mind could be taken over.
Oh,
Pericles is going to start looking around for Sol, and sort of like see him on the back of the ship, and he's going to shout, "Sol, come down to us!"
I'm just taking some mental pictures. of the thing that I killed.
And Pericles, with his still, he's going to have his sword drawn, but he wants to pull out the wand of magic detection from his belt, and he wants to activate it and start moving round to see whether or not it picks up anything magic. It's a 30-foot radius. It does it in.
Yeah, well, you notice that there's various items on Grimzoid that appears to be magical, but they seem to be almost like trinkets.
Yeah, he's more looking to see whether or not he can find anything, if there's anything invisible on the deck, maybe waiting. So he's going to start moving around the actual this part of the deck that he's on, and sort of like checking in a 30-foot radius to see whether or not there's anything hidden.
Yeah, and you sort of like start moving around the various the area, the 30-foot radius with your magical wand, sensing to for magic. What's the rest of you wanting to do?
Sol's literally grabbing and dragging this thing to the thing over here, and I'm going to try and lift it up and say, "Have you seen the size of this thing?" And that, yeah, and it's like, and then I'm just going to rummage through it if I can see if it's got any shinies on it.
Yeah, just let me have a quick look.
I think it has some coins in his pocket. It just, keep in mind it's not wearing any pants.
Yeah, it's just, I don't think it's not carrying anything apart from its weapon and a flimsy loincloth, a little bit bigger than yours, Sol. Just so you are.
I'm just trying with the idea of chopping off a head and putting it around my belt, but maybe not. So with it, I'll just drop him to the floor, or it to the floor, and then I'll just go on down to the next level.
I'll start heading down to the next level, see if I can figure stuff out.
Okay. Yeah. So, Jennifer, what's going to be your plan?
I'm going to follow them as well, but have my create water spell like at the back of my mind, just like ready to put out any sparks that I see flying.
Got ya. So, Ty, is there anything that you'd like to do?
In particular, I'll just wait and see what happens.
Wait and see what happens. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay then. So Grimzoid sort of like turns to you all, and he sort of like takes he sort of like gets Commodore Crooks comes aboard the ship, and Grimzoid tells Crooks to keep guard of the princess. And he sort of like comes over, and he almost like gathers you round in a huddle. He beckons you to come down, Jennifer. It looks like he almost like wants to have a whisper with you all, and sort of like in a bit of a huddle like this. And he sort of like gets his head down, and he points to this door here. Okay, can you see where I'm clicking? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he sort of like says, so through there, that's where the spell helm Major B, in one of the rooms, this second, as you go in, second door to the right. That's the spell helm place. Routledge should be in there. Then he sort of like has another quick glance around and says, let me know if you miss anything, because I'm getting internet unstable. And then he sort of like looks around again, and then he points over to this place here, which is a drop down. He says, Agony will be in the cargo deck, down at the bottom of the ship.
Is that where the wildfire barrels are stored?
Yeah, they're all down there.
All right. Oh, I have an idea.
So, sorry, just he points to these stairs here,
mhm.
and he comments that goes right way down to the cargo deck. If you go up at the top, you can see the steps going down at either end, so you can see where they go. There's also some steps that go down to the cargo, down to the main deck, and then down to the cargo deck as well. Yeah, sorry, Sol, off you go.
Sanctus.
Sanctus, sorry, yeah.
I'll need like one or two of you to follow me to take on the ghost.
I think we should be very careful about discussing plans like this.
Right.
Don't forget my my talk about the spelljammer helm. The person who is sat on it can hear and see everything that is going on.
Well, why don't we just set fire to the bloody boat and get off it?
Grimzoy said, you want to set fire to my boat?
I didn't say it, but it is an option.
Oh, it's our boat.
It is an
Sorry.
option, and also, who carries this much flammable material on their boat?
Well, let's not be judging.
Yeah.
Gonna make a really big bang.
He says, what do you think goes into the catapult? Imagine these kegs firing across wild space to you onto a ship made of wood. He turns around to you, Grims, or Jennifer, and gives you a cheeky wink. As if
That's crazy. And imagine if like in a ship had all this fire at the bottom of it, and that ship was also made of wood. That would be even more. Anyways,
Grimzoy says, yeah, that's the fun of it, isn't it?
No, not for you.
From a catapult once. I almost landed in the hay.
Must have been a big catapult.
This door here, does it have like a handle on it or anything?
Yeah, it's just like any of the other doors. So it has a handle that you can, probably like a little latch, like a shed latch.
Okay. So Pericles is going to put away the wand that he's carrying, and he's going to sheathe his sword, and he's going to go up to about 10 foot away from the door, and he's going to cast a spell. He's going to cast when I find it, he's going to use his mage hands, and he's going to use it. So as he casts it, these two sort of like spectral hands appear, almost like his hands, and he's going to use them to go towards the door, and then he's going to lift the latch of it, and he's going to see whether or not he can push the door.
The door pulls
open.
The door pulls towards you, but
he's going to see whether or not he can pull it. Then of like £10 worth of weight. I don't know.
Yeah, That
type of door
that's
it is or anything.
easily you can easily pull it from there.
Okay. And then he wants to, if nothing gets fired down the corridor when he does it, he's going to move and have a look down.
Okay, so just before you move, as the door opens, you are aware that there was someone or something on the other side of it who appears to be holding their action, and now they release their spell. So could you all please make... Somebody saying something?
No.
Oh, I thought somebody was going.
Maybe it was the ghost.
And you need to make a wisdom saving throw, please. And the number is 13. Wisdom saving.
Question: Do any of the people still have the bulletin bond, or has it been more than 10 minutes?
That have been longer than... no, it probably hasn't been longer than 10 minutes, so people can add it on. I don't mind.
Okay, add their 1d4.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is it a magic save? It's just that I have advantage on wisdom magic saves.
It is a spell, if that helps at all. So it's probably
Okay.
A magical
I think it
one.
counts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just going to roll mine twice.
Jennifer, do you want to roll a 1d4?
I'm trying, but it's just sitting there saying rolling the. I'm gonna try doing it on the.
Oh, there's it. It's come up.
That brings me up to a
3.
13.
It's come up at 3, which is a 13. Okay, so that means that everybody has made the save. Sorry, I've just got to do... there's one person I haven't done. Sorry, it's this. Let me just open Grimzoid's sheet up, because he needs to make a wisdom save as well of 13. Oh, he's well on top of this. He's well on top of this. So as the door opens, he pulls towards you, and you see anybody who's looking in that direction sees a rather flamboyant vampire mage there, and it looks like he sort of like thrusts his hands out, and around you there's all these hypnotic flowing lights, and it also appears, and for a split moment you've all sort of like been almost like lured to watch them, but your strong tendency to magic and your powerful minds allow you to shake off the hypnotic pattern spell that they've just cast. And at this point, let's have, please, some initiatives. Yep. Be cool.
What a strange coincidence that Commodore wanted us all to group up together right before.
Yeah.
Well, that's annoying. I get advantage on initiative, yeah. And I roll 2 11s.
What? Good grief. What's the chances of that? Okay, let me just do Grimm's as well. There we go. Right, let me just order you. Ty comes up to the top. Then Jennifer. Wow. You're cooking on fire today, Jennifer. Then
Not too much fire.
Not yet. Sanctus, what are you doing with a 5?
Xaryxis is like, oh, I remember all those things I just like to do, blah blah blah. And
Sanctus
forgot he's
is
here.
Just gonna sit back, see what
Sanctus is
happens, and then,
thinking, oh, pretty patterns. Okay, yeah.
I wonder if the princess is thinking about me.
Yeah. Oh, that's given me an idea. Okay then. Ty, you're up. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so snapping out of whatever wisdom saving throw he was almost under,
Yeah.
Ty will use his bonus action to put up his cloak of displacement.
Yeah.
And he will run over to the pirate mage. He will try to go like kind of past him, but stay within range. And he will attack it twice.
Can you pass? I don't think you can.
Yeah, no, he can do it.
You can
But
pass
the mage,
through.
the mage. Yeah, but the mage is going to get an attack of opportunity at him as he goes past.
Oh, right.
All right,
goes
that's fair.
through.
To be fair, I think you can go around as long as you stay within 1 square of him.
He's in the
yeah,
in the doorway.
Yeah.
Oh, right, so this is the doorways. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I Okay then. So
Just keep him out of the way.
Sol, we were talking about this before. If I normally get 2 attacks as my normal attack, if I get attack of opportunity, do I still get 2 attacks, or do I just get one?
You do indeed. Yeah.
2 attacks. Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd have a sense that I'd hit with my 2 attacks, and then somebody would run through my area, and I would still get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. Okay then.
But you say in most cases, an
only
opportunity
one.
attack is a single melee
Yes.
attack
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Just a single.
because it's a reaction.
So I
It
I
goes
just
on your reaction rather than your
right.
main
So I just
action.
get one.
I think Swashbuckler gets something different. when it
Oh,
comes to-
nice. I like the idea of a swashbuckler. That's cool. Okay, then. And so here comes, this is his ranged, this is his melee attack for a 15 if that hits.
Nope.
No.
It's not.
Okay, then. So that's his attack of opportunity gone. So yeah, now Ty, you're up to fight.
Ah, damn! I was gonna do something cool, but I can't anymore because I used my bonus action already.
Use your bonus
Okay.
action. There's no flurries coming here.
All right, I will just attack then.
26.
26
Just.
hits. Okay,
What's that? Was that 7?
that's 7 damage, and a 25
Yeah, 25 hits.
for 8 damage, and that's my turn.
What?
That is
Wow.
my turn.
Because you got combat right at the start of the 3 hours, so you can't use all these carry.
Okay.
He has to save it just in case.
Jennifer.
I mean, I'm assuming this mage isn't too strong, so I'm not gonna waste my key on this one.
Just to, well, no, I think there was a monster in the last. No, you were in that one that had triple hit points. I remember. Yeah, Jennifer, time to burst into action.
He doesn't appear to have any metal equipped, like a metal helmet or metal armor or metal
No,
sword.
hang on. Let me just. No, he doesn't have. His attacks are actually like the vampire, so he's actually using his hands to energy drain.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, and he doesn't have the helmet on or anything like that. So no heat metal for you.
Yeah, but that's fine. I would like to cast a spell for. Well, it might impact my friend Ty, but he'll
Oh.
like it. This is partially
Is
for
it
him.
a dex save?
No, it's gonna be strength. I want to
okay.
cast
That's a shame.
Entangle to have grasping weeds and vines sprout out from the floor to grab, ideally him, but I think it says a 20-foot square, so it's gonna take up a big
Yeah.
in the hallway.
Yeah,
And I'd rather it be fully in the hallway and get tied than have it be outside of the hallway.
got ya. Yeah,
Get everybody trying to go in.
nice.
But anybody in there needs to roll a strength saving throw or be restrained by plants.
Oh, nice.
The DC is a 14,
14. So
and I'm
hit.
beginning to regret this. I'm
Well,
sorry.
at least
Ty.
it's plants.
14. I'm fine.
Well,
Well,
Ty,
Am I
Ty,
there?
Ty's going, ooh, plants,
I'm
plants.
hoping his history of jumping over vines
Ooh,
would have helped him
nature.
here. But it appears I've made the combat harder for ourselves, and that's my turn.
Yeah, and Sol,
What does that mean for me? Or
you can't move. You're
cool.
yeah. Sol, I think it's you. Yeah, on 13.
Yeah. Right. So this thing's in the doorway.
Yeah,
Excuse me. Um,
you'll have to duck a bit.
sorry. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to go in there. I'm going to move to here, and I'm going to try to push him over. I'm going to go in there and just thrust him out of the way.
Okay, nice. So that's a grapple, I think.
It's a. Sorry, give me a second. Well, where are you?
Is it a grapple or is it a
It's a shove. Or it should be a shovel. That's all.
shove? Let me just see. Shove. Shovel. It came up.
Put. Yeah, shove a creature. You knock it down. To
Okay, so
I'll push
using
it
the
away.
attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either to knock it prone or push it away from you. If you're able to make multiple attacks with the attack action, this action replaces one of them.
Nice.
The target must be no more than one size larger than you.
That's
and
fine.
Must be within your reach.
That's
Instead of
fine.
making an attack roll, you make a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check.
Okay, then.
The target chooses the ability to use. If you win the contest, you either knock the target prone or push it 5 feet away from you.
Okay, nice. So, do you want to do your you'll do your strength then, won't you?
Not very good, but the
13, and I'm going to roll my
so
dex, I think, for this. I get a 5, which means so I'm now prone. Is that right?
mhm.
Or do you want to push me? I think you have. I think.
Good. I'll push you back.
5 foot. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'll be sort of like down there because I'm not restrained from the thing. But yeah, I get pushed back. Do I take any damage from the attack?
I don't think
No.
you do.
No. Okay, so
It's literally a movement. Yeah.
go,
And
I go.
with that, then, yeah, I'm going to follow up.
It sounds like a.
It is a little bit of that.
Oh, hey, Ty, where must you never stand?
Yeah,
No, it's
my
not-
team is really helping out right now. I had a great time.
There you go. It's that point.
Serves yourself right for being in a tree last adventure.
True.
Right.
Taking
I'm gonna
naps.
move up to him and do exactly the same again.
Okay, yeah. So a strength check for a strength 1 for you.
Mine's athletics. There we go. She got 21.
That's I do my dex. Oh, I nearly got it. What would you like me to do? Prone. There's
Yeah, I
no
want to do
real.
5. Oh, sorry. What?
He can't go 5 because he's up against the
I thought the
mast.
door was open.
Say again, sir.
Isn't that a room? Is that a room?
It is, but the door's here.
Dun, dun,
Oh, right.
dun.
Damn. Sorry, the whole idea was to do this. I thought it was the door.
But you can make him prone.
Well, yeah, but I'm kind of stopped everybody's attacks now.
Or
Okay, well,
There-
because I made him prone the first time. You see, I hit him and he got an advantage on it. So no, all right, I'll make him prone there.
prone. Okay.
And then what I will do is, with the last of my movements, if he's down on the floor, what was that?
He's
5,
prone, yeah.
10, 15, 20, I'm going to move back to sort of there. I've got 40-foot movement, so I'll be able to move and move,
nice.
push him, and go out.
Only movement options is to crawl. I have disadvantage on attack rolls. Attackers within 5 feet, which will be you, Ty, and anybody who moves will have advantage. Can stand up by using half your movement rate. So that's Sol all done and dusted. Grimzoid's going to keep his distance because I don't know if you remember, but the last battle, Sol, you saw, Sanctus, you saw this. He can't actually damage his own crew because they're both immune to necrotic damage, and he does necrotic damage. So he's sort of like leaving it to you. And so it's me next, isn't it? Yeah. Rootless. So I'll use half my movement to get up. Okay, from prone.
Just to interrupt, I don't know if this is worth noting, but it is difficult terrain in this hallway for movement. I don't really know what that means.
Okay, then, so
it impacts movement a little bit.
So we'll say he can use his full movement to
so it'll be double, won't it?
Get up. That's not a problem. I'm more than happy.
Okay for me as well because I've got 40 foot. So
yeah, but that'll be fine.
I'm helping.
And then he's going to actually do 2 melee attacks on you, Ty.
It's them both.
Oh, okay. So hang on. Yeah. Okay then. So this is the first one, which would be 22.
Well, that hits. It's 18, but still hits.
Yeah.
I have my cloak of displacement.
And that'll be 35 points of necrotic damage coming in.
That's a lot of damage.
It is. And 14
misses.
misses. Okay then. That's.
I think you're at disadvantage as well for all of the rolls because of his cloak. Or is it only the first roll that?
Yeah, but he's still.
I think 18
with the 18.
18.
Yeah. No, I was on about the. Is it after the first one that it no longer applies, or is it? Does it
right.
on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think if he hits me, then it doesn't apply anymore, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's 11 done. And Perry, you're up on 10. Sanctus, I bet you're getting bored. That stood there.
I got some ideas.
I got some ideas. Perry.
Pericles wants to quickly look around the deck to try to find some rope that's been coiled up. If he does see any, he wants to then he wants to manipulate his mage hands that he still has to grab the end of the rope, bring it back round, wrap it round the mast and tie it off.
Okay, are you still standing where you're standing? Or are you going to move any to get a clearer picture of the deck?
I can move there. To get a pet.
That's absolutely fine. Yeah, so that you can do that for your actions and tie it up. That's not a problem at all. And did you want a bonus action, Perry?
If I can, once it's tied up, I want to grab the rope that's been tied up.
Yeah, okay, that's absolutely fine. And Sanctus, at long last, we've been waiting for this.
All right, Sanctus is going to do 2 things. So his bonus action, he's going to do healing word on our good
nice.
Unless of course he doesn't want to be healed, it's up to him. But I
think he probably wants it. I think he's looking pretty rough at the moment.
Well, I'll do a little roll for him.
Yeah. So this is your hit points coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just Googling if elves are humanoids because I read the description of that energy drain.
Yeah. So
and
13 points back for you, Ty.
A little bit of out of anger, I'm going to aim for. He has a wisdom DC save of 15. So if he makes that, go ahead and try that. I'm going to do Toll of the Dead on him.
Okay, then. What do I have? What was that? Sorry, that I need to do a wisdom.
A wisdom save of it has to beat 15.
15. Okay. No, I haven't.
Ooh. Well, I'm gonna roll this then.
Do some toll
I'm
of
sure
the...
Sanctus just makes things up what he's casted you.
This is really gonna hurt.
Yeah.
9 points.
And that should be double damage because it is we call it
Radiant.
radiant.
Okay, yeah. So I've taken double damage there, and yeah, and that brings us all that round done. So we're coming back up to the top of the round. Ty, yeah, you can't move because you thanks to Jennifer, but you can attack.
Okay. So I will use my bonus action again to put my cloak back on because I really like having it.
Yeah.
And then I will
Flurry.
No. I obviously feel a disruption in my body. I've been hit pretty hard, so I'm gonna realign the key in my body
And run away.
wholeness of body to heal myself for
Nice.
21 HP.
Yeah. So that's your action, isn't it?
And that's my turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Jennifer.
This is a bonus
Fireball.
action.
It's healed up now. You can fireball.
Please, wait, fireball is a deck save, right?
Set fire to the
think so.
plants.
If it-
Set fire.
If it is, do it.
Matt's hoping for a deck save so he can either half damage or no
Yeah.
damage.
And
with
do
his
what-
evasion. Come on, deck
Yep.
save.
But Ty, please remember you can't move.
That's fine.
So you won't. You would for deck save to dash out the way of the
Nah.
fireball. Go. Let's see.
Forest between all kinds of bushes and
Fires.
I'm used.
Considered a TPK suicide bomb, I think.
Oh.
He has a twin brother, so he could maybe join the party next week.
Or maybe your
the twin brother. They have the exact same personality.
maybe you will be turned into a shadow,
Maybe.
and I will be controlling you for the rest of the adventure.
Isn't that just politely called Ash?
Yeah.
That's right.
Jennifer, put us out of
all
our
of this
misery.
not on my watch. I'm going to cast a spell called Healing Spirit. It's a bonus action spell, but I don't really have anything else I want to do other than yell to Ty, use nature. So the Healing Spirit.
Use nature.
It I can summon it, and every turn it'll do some healing for 4 turns.
That's nice.
So I want to put that on him to restore a d6 of health.
Yeah, okay then. I'm just going to nick your fire spirit. The ones that you normally use. And then
And maybe or like a little smoky spirit that's just floating above you and pointing at the vines. Just use the vines, and that gives you a spiritual.
Is that where you want it?
I was hoping for it to be like hovering above him in his square.
Okay,
But
we'll pop it in this room then, and that's hovering above. So how much does Ty get back?
that's weird.
Is it
I rolled it
1d6 every turn?
for 4 turns? And
Okay,
I
then.
rolled it, but I don't think it went. I'm gonna try rolling it again. There we
4
go.
points. So that whacks you up nicely.
All right.
I'll
And
definitely
Sure.
save them for the next time he gets hit.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. There's the second one.
Sol. It's you.
Sorry, I was watching, enamored by this pulsating. Yeah. Right. See, I'm not raging, so I've been a bit sensible, and I don't want to go and charging down her little tie. I'm gonna.
I have my cloak on, so maybe I can dodge you.
I'm gonna pull it from my shoulder. I'm gonna move, not from literally from my shoulder. I'm gonna get a line of sight. I'm gonna target him, and I'm gonna throw a javelin. Inventory.
Okay. Have you chucked it?
Sorry. It's there we go. Sorry, I'm straight. I haven't to put my actions. Oh bugger! It's not my actions. I'm just going to charge him with my action. There we go.
Yeah. Okay then. So
Sorry.
roll some axe to hits. 20 does hit.
I get your damage. I'm not raging, so this will be all as it comes. 15.
15. Thank you. Yeah.
My next one will be. Oh, that's not good. An 11, which is going to be a miss.
That
Palpable miss.
Yeah, that misses. I'm afraid, and that brings. Sorry.
What do you know what I'm going to do? Sorry, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move. I'm going to take this hit, but I'm going to move back out so people can get a sight. So you've got a free hit on me as I pull back out.
Okay. So this would be my free attack of opportunity on you for 14.
14 misses.
Misses.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. And then I'm going to lay into the monk. Everybody keeps coming in, helping a bit, and then dashing out a bit. So here we go. That's a 13 or 13. That'd be disadvantage. So I miss. And that, am I still at that will hit?
Yeah, you hit, but you don't get the crit, I think. Yeah.
Right.
So the 19 hits.
Okay then. So I'll just roll this then, because if
Thank God.
22 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
Into you. Yeah, that would have been. Can I just click just to see what it would have been?
Sure, go for it.
That would have been 42.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have just been.
Yeah, it's 42.
You would have been just
That's
there.
an interesting number.
Yeah. Oh, and that's. Hang on. Let me just check whether or not I want to use my bonus action now. No, I don't. So yeah, we're moving on. Perry, you are next.
So Pericles wants to try to remember to drop what it was from the other ship that he was on down into the hold.
Right.
Maybe when he was looking at it, and then he wants to take into account that 5 foot, and he wants to grab hold of the rope, and he wants to run this way, and he's going to launch himself off down into the hold, taking into account that he wants to land about 2 foot above the floor.
Okay then. Roll your athletics check.
Athletics, a strength one, yeah.
No, probably a dex one. Won't it be more suitable with your dex? Acrobatics, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
18.
Yeah. So you fly down quite nicely and arrive at the bottom of the in the cargo hold.
And when as he drops her, and the rope catches him. He wants to let go, and with his free action, he wants to draw his sword.
Yeah.
I have dark vision. If you need
That's absolutely fine. Can you roll for me, please? A wisdom saving throw. Your DC is 13.
Is it against magic?
It's an innate ability that it has. See what. Well, it doesn't say whether or not it's magic or not.
Okay, I'll just roll one and then.
Okay, then. So as you drop down, you come face to face with something that looks very scary at all. So it tried to do horrifying visage on you as you dropped down, and you come face to face with a ghost, and you assume that this is Agony. Just so you know, you also notice that you are in an area that is packed with these kegs of alchemist fire.
But from what I can see, there's nobody else down here.
Only Agony. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And we're back up at the top, and
Wait, I don't go.
Sanctus, you're up.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was like,
I wasn't leaving you. Don't worry.
back to the top. I was like, okay, I guess Sanctus is.
No, back to the top of the deck. I meant.
Got it.
Yeah.
Back to our top player, you know.
Yeah.
Top layer. Got it. Sanctus is gonna do some crazy stuff right now.
Oh yes.
Because he's, obviously there's a deck between them, but that's probably within 30 feet. He's going to now bring out the big guns and then roll for turn undead. So everyone all the undead have to do a DC of 15, otherwise start running away from me.
Okay then. DC. What is that? Wisdom.
Wisdom. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Good.
It fails.
Where's it
So
going?
but that also might mean I obviously don't know. I was just told earlier where the ghost is, but the ghost will also have to do it within 30 feet of me, right?
30 feet, is it?
Yeah.
Don't you not have to see you to do it?
No, I don't think so. It doesn't have to be line of
Link
sight.
it in.
Let me do it. Do I press that?
It's going to say any creature within. Oh, that can see or hear you. Then that must make a wisdom save. So they're going to see or hear you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So shout really loud while you can.
Yeah.
Lathander, come to kick your ass.
So talk about what does my mage need to do? Because
They need to start running away as far away from me as possible.
As far away from you as
Yeah.
possible. Okay then. So it is not. So it Ty, you see it dash through this door and head away into there.
I think I get an opportunity attack. Or no?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, brilliant.
Slap him.
Slap him.
16?
Yeah, that will
Yeah.
hit.
All right, that's 6 more damage.
6
I think
more.
it's just 1, right? Like I usually
Yes,
get 2
yeah.
attacks per action.
No, and that's what we were talking before. It's just like 1 attack. So yes.
Right.
So Ty, we're back up.
I'm going to do one more thing.
Oh yeah, go. Sorry.
I'm going to cast Balm of Peace on myself, and then walk towards Ty, and maybe do some. And if Saul needs it too, I guess I'm going to do some healing.
Okay then. Yeah.
Just by presence, I want to go there, and then let me do some healing for him.
Did you say you're going to buy presents?
That's 11
Ball of
points
peace.
back. Take you at 34.
Nice.
And Ty, we're up to you. The mage won't run away from you, but it is incapacitated, so you would have advantage on its attacks, on your attacks to it.
Oh, I think my D&D Beyond just bugged out.
There has been
Bugging, bro.
It's telling me I have an API error, so I'm trying to refresh.
Yeah, that's what I had. They've got issues.
Yeah, try again after a short rest. Thank you, Rosite,
Yeah.
for laughing at me.
What?
Hasbro, they're going to make you pay for it now.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, that would be funny, wouldn't it?
Do you know, we stopped giving our dog treats in the night time, and she's got this big bone, and now she's laid literally next to me, chewing on it.
Nice.
I wonder if I
really
could
annoying.
do it through Roll20.
Well, your character sheet is in Roll20,
Yeah.
so you can just use that. Let's just try to.
All right. Let's see. So I will I will go towards the mage. 'Cause that's
So
what I do.
are you still restrained from the vines?
I don't know, am I?
Everybody look at Jennifer.
How
You
long does
are,
it
but
last?
so you're only like 10 feet away, so you should be able to make that.
So you'll have to, but it's not moving through it. That's moving through its difficult terrain. But I thought he was actually held by the vines.
Yeah, you're restrained, and you can use an action to make a strength check against it. And
That's what I needed to know. Yeah.
After a minute, it's all going to wilt away, though.
Yeah. So
How long does a round last?
6
Not a minute?
34
Yeah.
seconds.
34 seconds.
No, I'm kidding. That's a lie. That's
Okay.
That's so specific.
That's what.
it's just everybody's running around like 30, 40 feet and swinging swords and bonus
Yeah.
actions. It feels like 34 seconds sometimes.
So how much is a combat round there?
Pretty sure it's just 5 seconds, isn't it? Or 6?
6, yeah.
It is, yeah.
10 in a
6
minute.
seconds.
Okay, so I'm still stuck.
Yeah, so you need to do a strength check as your action.
Right.
DC is a 14.
DC of 14 because Jennifer is full of magical nature stuff.
Strength.
Yeah, so you sort of like try to stare her, and you sort of like hear the vines go and sort of like pull a little bit tighter on your legs.
Right.
You still have a bonus action if you
Yeah. Or what I can do with my bonus action now.
to put your cloak up again.
Have 3
It's still
weeks of
up,
it.
so
But you could just go, huh?
Here I am.
I think that's it. Like
Okay,
out of it, right? Or do anything
Jennifer,
else?
this is when is Jennifer going to, because you can cancel this spell, can you not?
I would love it if I could.
Do I get the healing now from that healing?
Oh yes, you will. So
Yeah.
that's already done. That's 6 points you get from that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to have me reroll. But yeah.
No, because it was 4 on the first one, and then you rolled a 6 on the next one. So you'll get 6 back from the spirit that is floating over your head.
Thank you, Spirit.
Spirit in the sky.
Yeah.
It says concentration up to a minute is the duration.
Oh, yeah, so
if
you-
I stop concentrating, can it just wilt away?
Yeah. So you just don't.
Because I'm concentrating on the healing spirit now, I think.
Yeah. So I think there's something rule about how many concentration spells you can have up, but I'm not too sure of
Because
it.
healing spirit is constant, and that's the one I do want to maintain,
That would have cancelled out your first one then.
which
In
would
theory.
mean you would be free.
Okay then. Yeah. So let's do that. If you can only concentrate on one spell, then that's
I can't
absolutely.
imagine why I would be able to do 2. I don't have 2 minds.
I didn't know whether or not Sanctus's spells that he has up. I know one of them is concentration because he came across and dropped it, but I don't know whether or not what's your
It's
spiritual
literally-
hammer.
You can only concentrate on one single spell that requires concentration at a time.
Brilliant. Okay, so Ty, you can actually burst into there. So you've done your movement.
All right.
So now you can do some damage.
So I underestimated this guy before. I'm not gonna do that anymore. So I will throw my first attack, which is right here. 17.
17 does hit.
All right, so that'll be 8 damage, and then I will. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Then I will burn one of my key points to turn it into a stunning strike.
Oh, sorry, I think I just took 8 points off you.
Uh,
I did.
I think you gave me 8 points.
Counter spell.
You healed me for 8 points.
Oh, right.
Which
No.
is fine if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that.
I'll-
So I'll take it. I'll take them off you as well. There you go. Yes, it's still up.
And I'll.
So that's his stunning,
stunning strike
strike.
on
So
that.
that's a Constitution
I think it's 14.
14. Just do that.
Yeah.
I make that, so that's not a problem.
All right. I'm just gonna keep doing that. So another attack. 14.
That hits.
Okay. It's 10 damage. And another constitution.
Yeah. So on that,
I'll
on
burn
that
another key
10,
point.
on that 10, you don't need to burn the key point.
Oh,
On that
okay.
10, it actually dies. Can you
Great.
please make for me a Constitution saving throw of 14, DC 14?
I can try. Uh-oh.
Okay, so as you launch in and hit it for the final time, killing the mage explodes, almost like in a death blow, and it explodes, and you take a 2d10 worth of damage. You take 19 hit
Wow.
points of damage as it blows up, almost like trying to take its killer. Ty, you've been badly hit.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm still alive. So
You are still around, thanks to your friends.
True.
Yes, and the last thing to go through your mind is a rib cage.
Yeah, that is very true. Right, so Jennifer, we're coming to you now for your normal. Is there anything else you're going to do, Ty?
Nope. I'm
Okay.
done here.
Yeah. So Jennifer, we're to you now.
Well, I need to go follow my spirit because I have to be able to see the creature that it's healing.
Okay.
So I would need to rush on in here, and of course that 6 healing points that you probably already added would go on now. And I would like to cast a word at him. I just look at the mess and say, "Ew, gross," and that's my healing word. Hopefully,
Nice.
you can get some energy from my camaraderie because it probably is gross. And
He sort of like got dead mage dripping off him in various places.
Fire
3rd
mage.
level.
She's got dead mage.
Yeah, very dead.
Reroll
it-
it because it doesn't seem to be popping up.
It will do in a second.
Eventually.
Yeah, it bursts into ash. It actually explodes. There we go. 11 points.
Okay.
Takes it. Is it 34? Ty?
Sorry, my D&D Beyond just popped back up, and I think I got some random healing from somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Because I was on 15, and then it brought me to 23 for some reason.
Yeah. So and now you add another 11. I think.
All right.
Just the 11 though.
Just the 11. Jennifer's just casting the spell. Yes, Jennifer. Anything else that you want to do?
No, that's all I can do, I think.
Cool.
Let's just give a little bit of healing.
And Sol, is there anything that you want to do up on the top deck?
Well, I don't know if this thing's dead or not, so I'm going to go through this door here and go, where's it gone?
Covered in gross.
Yeah, there's this sort of like ash
Oh.
all
See,
over.
yeah, Ty stepped back a bit. That just happened in his face.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just,
he's gone.
he's gone.
Ah.
He's got scared by Sanctus and beaten to ash by Ty.
I'll go back out.
Pericles. Perry.
Okay, so the first thing that Pericles wants to do when he lands with his short sword drawn and he sees this apparition in front of him, the first thing he wants to do is use his bonus action to do a cunning action of disengage, so that he doesn't, it can't attack him, and he wants to move, and he wants to sort of like get into all these, into behind these barrels and things that are stacked up, and then I want to use my action to hide.
Yeah.
And I'll give you my. Should I give you my stealth one now?
Yeah. Do so. So Pericles is sort of like trying to hide, but his legs stuck out somewhere.
Well, he could
Perry
roll
would
a
think
one
he's-
on his perception.
Perry thinks he's well hidden.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Perry
He
thinks
doesn't know it's a turn. It's
Yeah.
but it doesn't. Yeah, so I was doing the narrative there. Just say he knows he's not hidden, but that was the narrative at that point. So the ghost just seems to hone in on you, Perry. Is as if it can just see you, no matter where you're hiding or what you're doing. It even looks like the stuff around you doesn't seem to be making any difference to it at all. And could you please make a DC 13 charisma saving throw? Yeah, so the agony tries to take possession of you as it comes drifting towards you. It gets really close to you, and then you get that awful feeling as it just sort of like passes through you. And as it passes through you, it tries to take possession of you, but fails. And then we're going back
Can
up.
I use my free action to shout help as loud as I can?
Yeah, by all means. Then we go up to Sanctus. You're still down here. You've seen Jennifer and etc. up there. What would you like to do, Sanctus?
I'm trying to think if I need. I'm trying to see if I need to know where I'm magically teleporting. For Starlight Step, or
I would
I was wondering if I
force
can
you.
if I can teleport downwards, but do I need to know? It says I can share it. It doesn't say anything. I have to visibly see where I'm teleporting.
Oh, it's an
Occupied
unoccupied
space
space you can see.
So you would have to move.
Oh, like it does.
You
I
would
Yeah.
have to move to the end of there and then do it, depending on what your movement was.
but I have to see it though.
Yeah. And whether or not I can't remember where you were when Perry went over the edge.
Let me went over the edge.
I
thought
did
he
you
went-
know that Perry has launched himself?
I didn't know he launched. I assumed he went downstairs. I didn't hear they went over the edge. My
Got
bad.
yeah.
No, but I did hear help, so I'm going to do my best to go down where I assume I hear the noise from.
Yeah,
So
no,
essentially-
yeah. If you heard his cry, then so you would have to move here
Mm-hmm.
and then star step down to 2 decks.
You might
Alright,
want
I'll
to
do
also
that.
tell the other people that he's down there because they probably don't know.
I'll shout down. Let's help Perry. And then and then drop down with Starlight Step.
Yeah, brilliant. So Perry Sanctus hears your cry from the back of the ship and comes over, and Starlight steps down and appears on the deck with you. Okay, I'm now going to put my ghost token on the whatchamacallit, the initiative order, so you can now see. Okay, so we now go up to the top of the round, and Ty, you're sat there with a whole load of ash. You hear Perry shout for help. You're not really sure where he went to, but you hear the cry for help. So yeah, what would you like to do?
I'll probably run out back to the deck, and then sort of see where Solvar is running, and and assume that that's the way to go.
Sanctus, yeah. I mean, you could quite easily. What's your ability that you?
Safe fall.
Yeah, you can quite happily slow fall down there to the bottom deck as well.
I don't think I can get all the way there in this turn, though.
What's your movement?
50, and I came from here, so I think I can get to here, and that's probably 5 feet per square, right?
Yeah, but can you not run or dash?
I don't know. Can I?
It would be his action. You can move double your movement using a dash action, but it would be your action.
And then because slow fall is a reaction, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. So you can easily get down. You could take a dash action to get there, and then slow fall down to be down there as well. Is that what you would?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll go down.
Can you move yourself down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Jennifer. Hang on a minute. Jennifer's still concentrating on that, which would go with him. Jennifer. So say again, sorry, Ty. What did you want?
So I've used my action to dash, right? I've used my reaction to fall. So could I still do a bonus action?
Yeah,
to do
you certainly could. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I can probably still get over here then.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
All right, and then I'll use 1 key point to get in a flurry of blows. So 21.
Is your level now allows you to do become magical attacks, does it?
Yes.
I think it does. Yeah. Okay, so you can hit this.
I messed up.
Because you've got a magical you're literally a magical weapon. Yeah. So
Thank you.
Yeah, 21 hits.
Okay, for 9 damage.
Yeah, hang on a minute. Yeah.
And I'll use another attack, 22, for another 9 damage.
Thank you. Oops. Minus 9. Yeah. Okay then. So we back up to you, Jennifer. You hear the Perry's cry from below deck, saying, shouting help. Your spirit, I presume, just follows.
I believe I have to move it with my turn.
Okay then.
But I would use the dash action to make it over to about here. I think I'd have 2 squares left of movement.
Nice.
But I just want to get over there so that I can send the spirit down like a little smoke bob.
Nice.
Just,
yeah.
You
And then
help to
So
I can roll it again.
so Ty is still damaged. So do you want to roll your heal on that one?
It's rolling.
The
Drum roll.
anticipation.
They see him rolling.
Don't
Well,
press
you know,
it again.
The smoke will get to you eventually.
Is it
Unless it's
an area of
inviting.
effect heal, or is it a single target heal?
It's a single target or myself,
Okay.
but I have to be able to see the creature if I'm healing them. I can see this. Oh, it's really rolling.
1.
You're welcome. I'm contributing.
You know, it's almost like you waited for that end of credit scene.
Yes.
Good.
But okay. Yeah. So
It's like you kissed his boo boo.
There was still some
Doesn't look
ash in my
better
eye,
now.
and it sort of blew it out.
but one's better than a poke in the eye with a blunt stick. That's
True.
what I
Very
say.
true.
Okay then. So Ty and Sanctus, you need to roll a Wisdom 13 save, because my horrifying visage automatically comes off. So you're going to see whether or not you're scared to see this nasty ghost. That's not an action or anything like that. So DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. Ty, you're fine. Yeah, so you're fine as well. Now, Ty, because you've hit this ghost is not very happy with you at all, and it reaches out to attack you with its withering touch. So 23 will hit, or 21 will hit as well, because you've got your cloak up. So it does 20 points of necrotic damage to
All right.
you at that point.
Do you still have the I'm tanking sound effect?
Yeah, yeah, I could play it if you wish. So, yeah, and it's not going to use its
Possession.
but it can use its
Our
movement.
word deaf.
It can use its movement, and okay then. So its possession is an action, I think. So and it's done its attack. No, I'm going to stay there. Okay, so I'm done. Sol, you're up at the top, and you hear the cry from.
I hear a cry of a little girl.
Yeah, and you notice that Sanctus disappears down, and Ty jumps over.
Yep.
Jennifer's just stood there cheering from the sidelines.
Yes, I am.
Right, hearing the scream, I'm going to rage. I'm going to rage so badly.
Yeah, so I have my head.
dare you touch Perry?
You don't touch him, stranger danger.
So I just heard you were going to rage, yeah?
Rage, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, jump. I'm jumping down.
Okay. So you would just take the normal falling damage?
Yeah, how far down is it?
Well, I'm going to say it's somewhere between, it's less than 30 foot, because Sanctus could starlight it.
Right. So 2d6.
2d6, yeah. And then I think you'll take
damage,
half
which I
that.
half,
Yeah. Right. Did you roll your damage?
Oh, sorry, you want me to roll it? Sorry.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
roll it.
I didn't know whether or not there was a delay. And then everybody was really quiet.
Yeah, well, I thought you delayed.
No,
That's
5, so that'd
5.
be 2. Then 2 points of damage. Yeah. Do you have any actions left?
Yeah, I've raged, I've ran. I'm going to move to there. I've seen this. I'm going to shoot a floaty.
It's a yeah. It looks
misty,
like
horrible thing.
it looks like a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to take a swing. If I'm going to take 2 swings, I'm going to do an overhead slash on this thing with my great axe.
Does it matter that those 2 people are right next to you on your sides?
Oh, if I miss, it will.
Yeah. And you got a magical weapon, yeah?
It's a magic. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
plus
nice.
2 great axe. 14, is that a miss?
Let me check. No, that's a hit.
Okay. Damage. Oh, add. So that's 19 and is that adding the 2 already? 17. So 19 in total. Sorry, yes.
19, yeah.
Mhm. The
Well
next
done.
one
Oh no.
will be. That's a miss. That's
No,
gotta be a miss.
no, it's not. It's a hit.
Okay. In which case, you can take. And I'm roaring at this thing as I'm going. That's 13 damage.
Yeah. That is agony well and truly deaded. Brilliant. Okay, then we will take our break there because we're a little bit 5 minutes over. So we will be back at 10 to. Okay, 10 to the hour when we'll see what happens with the last breath and as the party get back to their own ship. Yeah, so we'll see you in 15 minutes, 10 to. Okay, see you soon. We are live again. So therefore, if you were caught as prisoners,
Mhm.
you would
Mhm.
only be able
Shield.
to do VNS spells.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
Nice. Okay.
Whereas certain classes can get round it. For example, a bard can use its instrument as a spell focus and therefore not need any components.
That's right. My warlock has a focus.
Right.
So it doesn't need that. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So you can just have a focus and then you don't
Yeah.
need any material.
Yeah, but if
To
you
a-
lose
to
your
a certain point,
focus,
Yeah. But that help, won't it? Because you won't need to think about replenishing them or, you know.
Yeah. Even though I have a focus, though, I still do for basic spells. I will still do the taking out, like I said before, flee and using that. Yeah, because it's all about the role play.
Okay then. So we are you're sort of 20 feet down in the cargo dock, in the cargo of the ship at the moment. So Perry was down there, shouted help. You all heard them and got various methods to go down. Jennifer, you're still up at the top. And then you've killed the ghost, and then you can see that there are all these kegs full of alchemist fire here. So yeah, we're out of turn order now, so anybody can act
I wanna
whenever they
interrupt,
want.
though,
Yeah.
because I still have 1 turn left of my Soot Spirit.
Oh,
Give
yeah.
another D6 to my comrade, which I imagine would happen pretty quickly.
Yeah,
as we're out
that's
of combat,
absolutely fine.
here you go.
Pardon me.
Eventually, it's gonna pull another rolling dice. So I guess
I saw that and thought it was 13.
I wish it's. I wish.
That's the greatest 1d6 ever.
Yeah.
I swear, if it just comes up with a 0, I'm gonna throw.
Can
the
it come up
keyboard.
with a 0?
No, it can't. That
No,
would be
it's a
offensive.
1.
sorry. This is it's just a really
your
slow die.
your embold spell now will have gone
Nice.
now. Yeah.
Big old
5.
five for you.
Nice. Okay, yeah. So what you can all get back up to the deck safely via the stairs, etc. But if you want to stay down here, then you can do. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Pericles wants to start at the bottom and work up. From what he can remember, there's still 2 other sailors that are unaccounted for. So he wants to make sure that they're not hiding anywhere down here in between the barrels or anything. And then if there's any doors, it looks like there's a couple of doors at the end going into another room.
Is
Down
this
here.
is this
I think the 2 things we just killed are the missing sailors.
Oh, right. Are those?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. He still wants to make sure that everything's
yeah, okay,
clear
so
down
you
here.
you can make your way up going into every place, etc., to make sure that there's nobody or nothing around. What about the rest of you?
Um,
I'm just tidying up
Oh,
them.
it's going to
Yeah.
like he's killed this thing and he's going to just slowly bring himself down and center himself. And then he's going to sit on his barrels and have a smoke. No, he's not. He's going to he's going to go upstairs to the top and just make sure everybody's okay on the next deck.
Yeah. Anybody else want to do anything in particular?
I'll approach. Did we already send the princess over?
The princess is being guarded by Commodore Crooks at the moment.
Okay.
So you can talk to her if you
All right.
that's what you would like to do.
I will approach.
Yeah.
And I'll bow as I approach. Princess, it's not Zendaya, but I think I'm just gonna say it's Zendaya. I think it's Zendalia, is it?
Yeah. You
It's
can say
not-
whatever you wish.
All right. Princess Zendalia. I'm happy to admit that we are finally undead free here. So if you would like, can you go to our ship so we can bathe you in our glory?
And
Is
she
she
sort
free?
of looks at you and sort of like says, am I now a prisoner of you?
Prisoner's a harsh word. I would say a guest unwillingly.
You're taking me prisoner then.
If you're gonna use different words, yeah.
An aristocrat of your race.
Yeah, but it's because of your dad being a psychotic person
He sort of
who's
like
destroying entire planets.
she sort of like looks at you when you mention destroying planets. She sort of like says, which planet?
Well, their planet for one, and I point towards my comrades. Their planet was being attacked by the seeds, and just in general, more planets to feed our weapon. So personally, I'm kind of against large amounts of populations dying, because that's less people to enjoy the protections of Lathander.
She sort of like takes a small step towards you, and she says, we both want the same thing.
Do we?
Yes.
So you're not a fan of your father's doings?
We both want the same thing. Does she know your name? Will you have introduced your name?
Yeah, I've introduced myself to Sanctus.
She says, we both want the same thing, Sanctus. Revenge.
Okay. Against your father?
My father lies on his deathbed. while my scheming brother, Xaryxis, denies me my birthright. He has seized control of my father's navy, banished me from court, and left me in the clutches of God knows what. He orchestrated the attack on their world, bombarding it with astral seas harvested from Xaryxis, our dying star. Once the crystal vines have drained all energy from their world, they will discharge that energy in a beam of light back to Xaryxis to replenish the star. Xaryxis instructed his minions to deposit me on your world so that as I died, my energy could contribute in a small way to the light of Xaryxia. Fortunately for me, my ship was disabled and boarded by, and she looks over at Grimzod, vampirates. Help me become Empress. I will undo the damage that Zeleth has already caused to your world. We both want the same thing, Sanctus. Why don't we just help each other?
Princess, that's exactly what I want. But in order for us to help you, you need to give us information. Specifically, how do we penetrate the defenses of our race and get in to stop your brother from destroying more worlds?
Says she thinks for a while, and as she thinks before she could say anything, Grimzoid comes along over, and he almost like butts in as you sort of like start to go between ships. He releases the invisibility spell, so your ship is now visible again, and he sort of says, "Here, what about my ship? I've got nobody to pilot it now."
I don't know. You can stay on your ship by yourself, or you can go with us. Kind of up to you.
He sort of like looks over at Crooks and says, "I don't think he'll be pleased having me on the ship."
Well, you can stay
but
here. It's not like you're going to die or anything, is it?
I don't trust your kind either, but at the same time you did attempt to help us with your against your very crew, so I don't know, it's up to you, it's up to the captain. But for now we are on our way to continue our mission. Best I can say is good luck.
Yeah, because you're if you remember, you're off to Doomspace to join a coalition. Are you?
But that's where Grimzog was originally heading, though, as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was part of that, and then you saw the big battle with the moth ships.
All the ships destroyed around it, wasn't it? Yes, the whole fleet.
And then
I don't
this.
think we have the manpower to split the crew.
Well, I think we should look at that. I mean, talking to well, I could possibly pilot the ship if we could get enough sailors to handle the ropes, rigging,
the gearing and all that.
Yeah. Couldn't we just tie both together?
You could, but that would limit the maneuverability of the whichever ship is doing the pulling, which would only have an impact if you went into combat.
Yeah.
Or if it's in a storm or trying to avoid creatures.
Apart from the helms person, Grimsword, how many crew members do you need to pilot So
he looks across at the last breath, and minus the ogre, who was not actually a crew member, that is his crew. there. So I know you're not on that.
There was about what, 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 altogether, and that includes the 2 that you you put in your brig and brought along, or you chucked them overboard or something like that. So that
Isn't there somewhere close you could hire some more sailors to help you?
yeah. So he says that the closest place would be the Rock of Brawl that you were last.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we tow him to there,
But
Yeah.
that's backwards. I think it's back where we came from.
but
If I'm
where
correct.
we were going,
That would be
Yeah.
you would lose several days
Yeah.
journey back there.
I would rather go to this place where we go with 2 ships rather than 1, if possible. Even
Well-
if we do lose a couple of days.
So what?
I think it would be possible to actually maybe take both of the ships.
Split the crew in half, or include us into the crew at least.
Well, I mean, we're not actually part of the other ship's crew, are we? So we could
I
go.
am.
We could go on the other vessel, and I think the second wind has its own spell jammer pilot.
It's Toppler.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Who would, I thought somebody else was doing it before Toppler.
Yeah, but currently it's Toppler.
Right. Okay. So we could maybe get the helms person that was previously on doing the spell jamming on the second wind to do the last breath, and then that would leave myself and Sanctus and Ty and Jennifer, of course, and Sol and Grimzod to then pilot the or to man the last breath
As sailors.
Yeah.
Okay then. But does anybody have any skill related to sailing a spelljammer ship?
I clean the decks.
Yeah. Sol, you would be good at cleaning the decks.
I know.
And the only person who probably might have it would be Sanctus.
Have what?
Like
Specifically
a skill to be a sailor on a spelljammer ship, not being a spelljammer itself, but being a sailor. I don't think you have. But you would be the only one that could possibly have one because you're in. You've grown up here.
I'm trying to look at my skills. I don't really have anything that would insinuate that.
Yeah. So
Ty will do what is needed, but if he has the choice, then he would prefer to be on the.
But we have a captain
wind.
to yell at us and tell us to do things.
Yeah,
Pull that!
The difference
Let that
is,
loose.
knowing how hard to pull something and how to loosen it off as well.
But if I'm correct, what really moves the ship is the spelljammer helm, not
okay. So
necessarily.
let's just talk about options. So the options that you have at the moment, and you might have to convince Grimzoid about some of them. Option number 1 is just to leave it. Option number 2 is not to leave it, but to blow it, because it's got significant fire on there. And you probably don't want, if you leave it, you're leaving all that fire thing. But those are the two, sort of like leave or blow it. You then have an option that you can You can send Flinch or what over to pilot it. Pilot is a spelljammer, but tow it with your ship, the Second Wind. So therefore, there's no need for sailors on there, because it's being towed in the right direction. But Flinch will be able to move it a little bit more independently. So if needed, you could cut the line and let it go. And then the other option is you don't have to have Flinch on it. You can just get it towed, but that would reduce the speed of your ship. And then finally, what I forget who was saying it, actually take the ship back to the Rock of Brawl and
A new crew.
yeah, get a new crew and restart there. Grimzoid's not happy about going back to the Rock of Brawl, mainly because he's a vampire and people tend to chuck things at him, but he's in he's in a little bit of a predicament at the moment, because if you ask Grimzoid what he thinks you should do, he says blow it, destroy it, because he doesn't want it left.
Jennifer's gonna be happy.
To be left for somebody else to use.
Well,
And like
take everything useful off it then, like
hold
helmets
up.
and things.
What if we towed it?
Yeah.
And as
As a bomb.
as Sanctus said, a bomb to penetrate in whatever thing we're breaking into.
Which is why I was asking how far your spirit could teleport, and whether or not it needed to actually see where it was teleporting to.
I don't think he'd personally like that, but I think he might be able to if we got close for a bit and then
A Trojan horse boat?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Make
a
a really
bomb.
long
Yeah,
fuse.
so do you want Flinch to be there and sort of like move it, or are you just going to tow it and have nobody on there?
Ideally we want Flinch to tow it, and then we want him to pilot it, and then we'll tow it.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And Grimzoid will stay on his ship. Sanctus, are you informing your party about anything that has happened between you?
Yeah, I'll inform them that the princess does not like her brother's doing. Her brother is the one taking control and looking to destroy planets to replenish the star. So our mission is, if we can use her, her is a political weapon, not necessarily an actual weapon. So essentially, if we get her and help her become the empress, we're more likely to take down the brother from within his own political atmosphere. Yeah. So she's on our side.
All right with that? From the
Anyone against that?
Sanctus, anyone against that?
No disrespect, but are you sure she was telling the truth? I don't know much about your home.
I guess I didn't roll at the time. I didn't roll an insight or anything, so I just based sort of like she seemed truthful to me. Like, honestly, it's our best bet, and she's gonna know the easiest way to penetrate the defenses.
And she's royalty.
And she's royalty. All right, we need to keep that in mind. All right, she's really important out there. Yeah, and she's gorgeous and all that stuff. But besides that,
okay, so in order to get to Doomspace, you need to come out of Wild Space. Then you'll go into the Astral Sea. You'll travel across the Astral Sea to Doomspace. So think about it a little bit like Wild Space is like a bit of a solar system, and then you're going out away from that, flying through astral space to get to Doomspace. So as you leave Wild Space and enter the Astral Sea, the colors of Wild Space grow more muted, fading into a deepening silver haze, and soon your ship is immersed in a starry silver clouds, in the starry silvery clouds of the astral sea. Now, at this point, you will be in flying across the astral sea for 21 days. So this is when, if you think about it, this is when your characters will level up during this time. So it should be, I know Sol has rolled his hit points. I think everybody else is taking the hit dice. Is that right?
Yeah, do the whatever the
Yes.
automated method is.
So, your hit points will all be up to the new the new cap, and then if you got any spells, Jennifer, you can relearn spells that you need or replace spells. Sanctus, you can swap things around, and Perry, if you do as well. However, on the 21 days, I have some activities for you to choose from. So imagine that during these days you are going to be having some bonding with the crew members, the main members of the crew. And just to let you know, you can either do one of them, all of them, or none of them. Okay, so I'll talk about various activities, and then it's up to you to decide whether or not your character would actually want to do that or not. So I'm going to give you all 3 of them to start off with, and then you can decide which ones you want to get involved in. So the first one that you can engage with is Commodore Crooks, and he invites you to have some fun with his firearms. He puts 5 wooden targets up, and then you notice, Sanctus, that as he puts them up, he sort of like has a poorly drawn picture of an astral elves advisor. You've all seen this.
That's my cousin.
Yeah. So that's one thing that you can do. You can spend some time learning how to use firearms, and see what you do. Well, it's not really to learn; it's just to practice fire them. But if you want to have it, that's fine. There is Grimzoid is playing a gambling game on the deck called Dead Hands Dice. Dead Hands Dice. And there seems to be some money being exchanged. Just to let you know, the buy-in is 5 gold pieces per game, and it's to do with dice. So I'll tell you a little bit about that if you decide to do it. And then finally, Toppler is it spends her time making fishing poles and lures. And if you would like to spend some time with Toppler, you can get into some astral fishing to see what you can find in the inky depths of the astral sea. So you've got, I'll just go through it again. Remember, you can do all of them if you wish. You can do none of them, or you can just pick and choose. So you've got Commodore Crooks with the firearms, Grimzoid with the gambling game, and Toppler with the fishing. Okay, then. So we're going to start off with Commodore Crooks. So he's got his firearms out, and he's offering you to come along and have a go with his firearms. What?
Pericles is all over that.
Okay.
Since meeting Crooks, he's been eyeing up the thing that was tucked into his belt, trying to work out whether or not it was of gnomish design, which, even though Crooks says it's not, Pericles still thinks it is. So this is going to be the ideal opportunity for him to get a closer look and to see exactly what it can do.
Okay. Yeah. So anybody else want to come along and have a go at shooting?
Oh yeah, Ty will try. You know, he spent some time in the forest hunting with bows, so I'm sure this is exactly the same, and
You weren't punching your animals dead?
No. We had bows.
You actually had bows. Okay.
Yep.
And anybody else?
Yeah, I'll tag along, but Jennifer wouldn't want to touch these unnatural things. She likes the explosions and the fire and the smoke, and so she would want to be an
So she's
observer.
just watching.
Yeah, she won't touch the guns at all, but she wants to observe them and see how the smoke flows and all that stuff.
Okay, nice.
I don't want to get Sanctus PTSD by shooting people that look like him.
So you're keeping out of this.
This one, yes.
Yeah. And what about Sol?
Sol's very happy with his short bow javelin and his lovely axe.
Excellent. Okay then.
Yeah.
So let's do some firing. So anybody who's firing, you will roll a 1d20, and each target has an armor class to it. Okay. And if you hit a target, then you do damage on it. And I'll tell you, you have no skill in this, so you don't have any proficiency bonuses or anything like that. You're just basically rolling a 1d20. So, you know, almost like a first level. Okay, then. So, Perry, you're going to be first. Off you go. Yeah, so you shoot that. You do notice, Perry, when you fire it, that there's a bit of a kickback when it fires, which is sort of like you weren't really expecting.
And it's designed for hippo hands.
Yeah.
I mean, who has hippo hands?
And you sort of like go like that, and it goes way over the target and nearly hits Starbow. And at that point, Crooks decides to replace the targets to the other side of the ship. Ty, you've got this hulking musket in your hand now. You know, it's
right. So where's the string on this thing? Like, what do I pull back?
Yeah, and you're there sort of like trying to find the string, and you just find something that has a bit of a lever. And you go, I wonder if it's this. And you pull it, roll a 1d20.
All right.
You pull it, and this shot comes out that takes you quite by surprise as it goes up. And Crooks says, hey, aim at the targets, lad. Aim at the targets.
Right. I found the string, guys. I found it.
So it gets reloaded. Off you go, Ty.
All right, now I'm gonna aim. I'm gonna pull the string. Oh boy.
Yeah, and you pull the string, but it just goes click. And Crook says, "You need to reload, lad. Reload it."
Reload, right? How do I do that?
Yeah, and he sort of like comes over, and Perry, you've got yours. Do remember that you have inspiration dies if you wish to use them.
Yeah, so this time round, Perry is he's going to use his inspiration die when he
so roll for, and we'll take the high one or the one that has advantage, or you can roll it twice.
So I got 14 was the highest. Did it come through for you?
No, I just got 25.
Yeah. It was an 11 and a 14 if you hover over it.
11 and a 14. Are you going to use any of your inspiration?
That was inspiration.
Oh, yeah.
Me advantage.
Yeah, so both of those miss. and they just sort of like hit into the wood that one shot, and Crooks sort of like,
Pericles is going to turn around and say, "Have you got anything smaller?"
and he sort of like Crooks brings out one of his flintlock pistols and gives it to you, and he sort of like takes the musket off you, Pericles, and he says, Ty, come over here, and he sort of like rams it into your shoulder and say, lean into it when you fire, lean in and pull it tight. And he's sort of like this great gif, which is a huge hippopotamus, is sort of like standing behind you, wrapping his hulking arms and pulling this musket into your shoulder, and he's still got hold of it, and he's sort of like trying to help aim at the thing. So you can have advantage on this roll, Ty, because
All right.
he's
And shoot. Well,
yeah. So you rolled a 5 and a 5. What's this? And even with Crooks trying to help you, he's just sort of like, oh, this is, and he doesn't. He says, maybe you need the little one, maybe a little, and he sort of like leans over and says, Perry, go for it.
Was this it? Is this it?
Yeah,
Right.
this is a smaller one.
It's just that little one. That's all I needed. It was just this little one. Oh, no.
Yeah, and Jennifer's in the background going, as she's takes on board the lovely gunpowder smell, and
are you sure these work?
he sort of like says to you, Perry, he says, one more shot. He says, because you're plowing all my ammunition into the ship. One more shot.
Okay, so he's gonna take careful aim. He knows this is it. He knows what, and he's gonna fire.
I think if you aim, then you'll get. Yeah, you don't hit anything at all, and Crooks sort of like laughs and calls you land lubbers, and sort of like, you stick to your weapons. One last shot, Ty, with the little flintlock pistol.
Pericles is very disappointed with it.
I will take a deep breath in.
Are you using your inspiration at this point?
No.
Okay.
and take his final shot.
Yeah, go for it.
13.
Are you sure you don't want to use inspiration?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I want to use it on the fishing game if I have to.
Yeah, that flies off and misses, and Crook sort of like says, "Look," and he grabs the musket and he goes like that and just blows one of the heads off one of the astral elves, and takes his pistols and goes bang, bang like that, and sort of like shoots it straight into where their heart would be. And he says, don't worry, he says, this is a weapon of finesse. But yeah, never mind. He says, come, let's have a drink and I can tell you rousing war stories of the past.
Yeah, usually when I shoot bows, they don't shoot back, so that's like, it's a
bit of a
thing.
recall
Yeah.
on that. Okay, then let's move on. Sorry, Jennifer, was there anything else you would like to do?
No, Jennifer's just there laughing and cheering at appropriate intervals.
And sniffing the gunpowder smell.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's
Okay,
exotic.
then. So who is up for a game of dead hands dice?
Do you need money?
Yes.
Dang it. Well,
I'll partake. I'll partake.
Okay, Sanctus is in.
Mhm.
You only need one gold piece to start off the bet, unless anybody wants to up it.
I mean, I believe I'd said earlier in a different session that I don't like the feel of the metal coins, so I just simply don't have money. My crew helps. Perry's the smart one, so I'll be loitering in the background of this game.
Okay,
At anybody who's losing.
Is a beer involved as well?
No, there's no drinking. But there is drinking afterwards. And if anybody would like to do a drinking game after we've done these 3 games, then we can get Brooks and Grimzoid and maybe even Toppler and anybody who wanted to join in for a drinking game. So this is the game of Dead Hands Dice. Okay, 1 gold piece to join in, unless you want to up the ante. Okay, so each player chooses any number of D6s, shakes them in the cup. Everyone rolls and reveals their dice at the same time. The player with the highest total wins. But if any of those dice comes up as a 1, you automatically lose. So you
that's good.
so you can roll like 66s if you wish. You know, because you'll be adding.
D6s and you get 1.
But if you get a 1, you've lost.
I'm going to do 10,000, and then you'll have to go through and search for a 1.
Yeah. No, so it's up to you how many D6s you roll. But what we'll do is just type it in. Normally on the game, you just all send it out. But the person with the highest dice total wins. Just to let you know, there'll be 5 people playing, including you. Okay, so if 2 of you are playing, you are playing against each other.
Pericles doesn't gamble himself, but if he sees Jennifer sort of like hovering over there, like she wanted to partake, he's going to he remembers that when it came to helping out the talking about the money that we got from the ship and who would want to give it to the people from that we rescued. You can remember that Jennifer gave up all her money to aid them, so he'll worthlessly just go up and he'll just he'll put 3 gold pieces into her hand and just say,
and she goes, I don't like the touch of that.
Good luck.
Yeah, like she visibly kind of like cringes a little bit, but takes the coins and says, "Thank you, Perry." Puts them on the table.
Okay, so who's playing? Obviously,
I'll match the 3 as well.
You've got 6 now, Jennifer. So Grimzod is playing. Jennifer's playing. Who else is up for it?
I'm going to play.
Sol's going to play. Sanctus, are you playing as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, is that 4 of you all together? Yeah.
Fine, I'll play.
Okay, that's it. So you're literally playing against each other.
Yep.
And Grimzor. Okay, then.
That's all right, because I'm using the group funds.
Yeah. So, okay, then. So the first thing that you need to do, and it's up to you.
You distribute the wealth.
It's up to you. You need to decide. Don't type in anything yet. You need to decide how many dice you're going to roll. So you need to type in, but don't press enter, /roll space, and then 5d6 or whatever. Okay. So
you're saying 5?
Say again?
You say 5d6. Is that a good one?
I'm not saying. So you all have that in, but nobody press enter yet. Okay. So are you all ready? Have you all made your
no, Jennifer's going to have a chance to change hers by the time it comes through.
I mean, I'll hit the enter button, but
okay.
Yeah, I am ready. I've got
okay. Everybody ready? Okay, then. So we'll do 3, 2, 1, and then you press.
No.
Well, okay.
Oh, right.
Or enter. Are you ready?
Oh.
3, 2, 1, go. Go.
Well,
rolling.
Hey, so.
Whoa, that's a good roll.
That
I can't believe I got this 7.
Too
greedy.
Hang on, we're just waiting. We're just waiting for Jennifer.
Have you sent it by post?
One of these days. Yeah.
So
It's
20.
Atlantic and internet doesn't work that well.
20 is the one to beat. Oh, she's
20,
out.
20.
She's out. So
Sol.
Sol, you now have 5 gold pieces.
And how many other people are playing with us?
There-
Is it
there-
just us 5? Right.
and Grimzoid. Yeah.
So 5.
Okay then.
So I have 5 on my own back, so 6.
So yeah. So next round is 1 gold piece to go in,
Mhm.
unless anybody wants to up the ante. Nope. Okay then.
Spending everything I got here eventually, one way or the other. You're getting your
Okay
money
then.
back.
Type in what you want to do.
I gotta
Keep-
remove my 1 gold first.
Keep track of your own coinage. I'm not doing that for you.
Yeah.
You ready then? All ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1, roll. Oh, Ty's out. Ty Sanctus is in the lead. Yeah, Sanctus is still in the
Nice
lead.
one, Sanctus.
My dice are on fire.
Money.
We
Come on,
still-
Lathander. Give me my money, Lathander. Give me some money.
Mine's like a trade. It's like
So I can buy more things to sell.
Well, if you win against me, it's going to be your own money back.
Come on, Jenny.
I'm trying my hardest. I don't know.
It's virtually.
Oh!
Oh no!
So Sanctus, you get the 5 gold pieces there. Okay then. And Grimzoid says, let's up the ante a bit.
Ooh.
2 gold to come in now. 2 gold. 10 gold for the winner.
All right, I'll do that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All
So
right.
2 gold in now.
Go, yeah.
Okay then.
Um,
Decide how many dice you're going to roll. Ready? 3.
Not
Two-
yet.
Oh,
Okay, ready.
ready? 3, 2, 1, roll. Ty rolled
Dice roller.
Yeah.
Ty rolled 7 and didn't get 1.
That's gambling.
Right.
Sanctus is out. Sol's out.
I rolled 66.
Oh, next week we will find out whether or not Jennifer won this round.
I'm running out of gold coins, guys. Don't worry.
17.
Oh,
No, Si-
I see.
So close.
Ty gets it with
Hey,
37.
10 gold. Eat.
10 gold. And we got another 2 rounds. We got another 2 rounds.
Sorry, that was 2 gold ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes
So the
2.
next one is still 2 gold. Still 2 gold to join.
Could
in.
I just roll now so that once you guys are ready?
No, because we like the tension. It adds the
Okay.
tension.
It is. It's
Are
a
you
boost
ready?
Bonus.
So
I'm ready.
10 gold pieces in the pot. Ready? 3, 2, 1, roll.
Damn.
Eyes out. Sanctus is
Oh,
out.
I'm out.
I'm still in. I'm going to. Grimzod's going to win.
Oh, is he though? Is he? Come on.
17.
Jennifer's gonna do
My
it.
last 2 coins. This is all my money. Actually, maybe I should put one of these coins in my mouth to make sure it's gold. But... Cling, cling, cling.
Hello.
You got to beat
It's like when you watch the
17.
roulette table, that
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh,
If only
so.
that one was a 2.
Okay, Jennifer, that's you out, I think, now. Is that right?
Yes, I'm gonna go drink in shame.
Okay, then. So we're going to have one last round.
I'm now on negative money if I play this one, but here we go.
Okay, so 2 gold pieces in, 10 to win. If you win. No, sorry, 8, because Jennifer's out. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Everyone ready? 3, 2, 1, go. 16. Oh, Sancta's got 20. Oh,
Right, hang on, just wait. We need to wait for Jennifer.
she's
No,
not.
Jennifer.
She's.
Keep just wait anyway.
Oops, damn it. I lost my light.
Do you want to know Sanctus and Sol? Those were both really good rolls, but
Yeah.
but unfortunately, Sanctus, you win. You get
Yeah.
eight gold pieces there,
Take my 2 gold
Got it back.
coins.
and
Put them on your eyelids and lay down and sleep.
and that's it. Okay, before we do the fishing, let's quickly do the drinking game. If anybody wants to join in,
I thought you were fishing first.
Will the drinking game
I-
impact the
I won't be able
fishing?
to fish. Yeah.
no, but let's just say there's a random table
What?
when you go fishing.
Oh, it's like a loot table thing.
It's a random table, so
You might win an actual table to take home with you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
you'd
Oh, I
never
don't-
know what you might fish out of the astral.
I don't want to have a drink and then fish up a beholder.
No, don't because there's 21 days, so you can all have a drink, and then the next week all go fishing. So there's
okay.
plenty of
That's
time.
fine.
So yes, so we'll have on this. We'll have Grimzoid will be playing, and I'll bring Crooks into it as well, because he's a fun player to sort of like drink against. So who else would like to come into the drinking game? Just to let you know,
Saul's only going to do it to prove the poll wrong.
yeah. And so Sol's in. Just to let you know, there's no prize or anything like that. Just bragging rights.
Bragging rights. Yeah. That is a prize on its own.
Okay, so who else is coming in? Jennifer.
I'll enter just to prove the poll wrong as well.
Okay, Sanctus.
Yeah, I think I have to because the poll was about me. So
Yeah, and Perry, are you drinking?
Pericles isn't now. He's probably going to spend his time with his ink and his parchment out and try to work out what he was actually doing wrong with those fire sticks and
Okay.
how he could improve it to maybe hit next time.
Okay, Ty.
Oh yeah, Ty got the taste of victory, and now he's
Oh.
addicted.
Little, it doesn't. You don't look too robust,
Yeah, I
Ty,
know,
for
but
alcohol.
he heard
Yeah,
there
but
was a
wants to
game, so he
watch.
wants to win.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to remind you, the DCs go 5, 10, 15, 20. If you fail on one, you get disadvantage on your next one. Okay, but you can still be in and get disadvantage right the way through. Once you've missed 2, you're out, and that's
Right.
it. So DC 5 to start off with. It's a Constitution save. That's what you need to do. So yeah, DC 5. Roll when ready.
can I roll
There we
some for me?
Oh, I am
No,
nailing it.
Oh. Yeah, you've got it. Jennifer made it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody.
Just.
Everybody made it. We're all still in round 1. So we're going to round 2 now, and it's now a DC of 10. Okay, a DC of 10. Otherwise, you're going to have disadvantage on your roll. Next one. Okay, so yeah, roll when ready.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh!
Can I use an inspiration and roll that again?
Yes, by all means.
Well, I'm gonna because it's a matter of pride.
If you get a 1, I would just
I
laugh.
know.
I want to cheat, but
Oh
I wanna cheat,
no! Sol, you are disadvantaged
Disadvantaged.
for the next one. Apart from that, everyone's in. Jennifer, you just like downed it in one fair
Yeah.
bang on the table. So this is
Chug.
yeah, this is DC 15. Sol, you've got disadvantage on yours.
Really? I'll let the floor be the judge of that.
Okay then. Sol's out of
Sort
it.
leans back in his chair, takes a big swig, and goes.
I just
"He's
don't
coming
believe that she's just got an 18.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
When you have dwarven parents and you're a human, you got to go hard.
Right, okay then.
Have you drunk the stuff that she makes?
So Crooks that was 15, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good.
So Crooks is on disadvantage. Jennifer, you're fine still. Ty, you're on disadvantage. Sanctus, you're fine, and Grimzoid is fine. So we're going up to now to 20. Okay, so this is the last one, and then we'll play highest one wins.
Imagine like, disadvantage 20.
Yeah, so Crooks.
You can do it. What the hell?
Proven the pull wrong.
Oh my god.
Disadvantage now.
That's amazing.
Got 120.
The internet spoke.
Okay, so the only person, hang on, have we got? Yeah. So Jennifer, you actually win. Sanctus, you would be at disadvantage on the next one, but because Jennifer, you are the heavy drinker of the group.
Yeah, Sanctus is wobbling, but
Yeah.
It's a quiet
Jennifer
one
is
you've
just
got to
fine.
watch.
That's solved the
Yep.
the
People of the
mystery.
You know nothing what you're talking
I
about.
don't even think
Oh.
Lathander even thinks of me as his best friend.
Okay. Final thing. Fishing.
Blob, blob, blob.
Who would like to come along with Toppler
The
and
salt is very
do
interesting
some
fish.
fishing? Who's up for
I
fishing?
will do some
Yeah.
fishing. Some fishing for
Pericles will
some
try
faith.
fishing as well.
Okay, so
it's not a real game if you don't have a fishing mini game.
Ty, Sanctus, Perry, Jennifer.
I will stick out of this one. I got to go do brewing anyways, and I don't really have interest in water and fishing.
You already have your
Okay.
honor.
So
Not really water involved.
Yeah, well, it's
the-
still fishing, and I don't like water and spirit.
you you can get Toppler has the basic equipment for you, so you can add that to your equipment list. So for each hour spent fishing, you need to roll a wisdom survival check. So it's survival check, but with your wisdom attribute, and your DC for it is 15. If you are successful, then you roll. When I tell you, you roll a 1d6, 1d10, and I'll tell you what you fish out.
All right.
Okay then. So who's going first?
I would love to go first.
Okay,
I feel
then.
like Ty was made for this.
Okay then.
His whole character is built for this.
Okay, so off you go then. A wisdom survival check, DC 15.
Come on, give me a 9 or above. Please.
11. Do you wish to use your inspiration?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Okay,
Roll it again.
come
And
on.
take the highest one.
Well,
Oh!
better.
can I go drown myself in the space water?
We've got a couple of hours yet, so don't worry. Sanctus, are you fishing?
Yes, I'll fish, and
Okay.
I'll do my role and see if I can do it. Any help to myself?
See if
Oh,
you can.
bummer.
Nope. Do you wish to use inspiration?
Might as well. Might as
Yeah.
well. Come on, Lathander, give me some of that faith. Bask me in your glory.
Oh, yes. You win. Don't roll anything yet. Perry.
Yeah,
Off you go.
I will do it. I will be using inspiration.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice,
So
nice.
you've both got a fish. So I'm going to say that you're fishing off opposite sides of the boat at this point. Okay then. Sanctus, can we roll yours first, please? A 1d10.
1d10?
Do you want me to fish as well or not?
Oh, do you want to fish, Sol?
Yeah, I did say. so.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, let's do Sol's
If you don't want
survival.
me to.
Roll your survival, DC 50.
Survive.
Yes. Yeah. Okay then. So Sanctus, Perry, and Sol, you've all been successful. So Sanctus, roll a 1d10 for me.
Six.
6. Okay, then. Perry, roll a 1d10 for me.
1d10. 2.
Okay, and I'm going to tell you what they all are in a second. And Sol, roll a 1d10 for me.
I got a 5.
5. Okay, then. You, Perry, you seem to have a tiny fish. It's very small, and it looks a bit gammy, if that makes. And Toppler looks at it, and she sort of says, "I wouldn't eat that if I were you. I would throw it back."
He will do. He'll unhook it and throw it back.
So Sanctus, you got a 6, which you actually catch a small edible fish. It actually feeds up to 4 people, so there's definitely tonight Sol will be practicing his cooking.
The feasts gathered by the thunder.
And
Thank you.
Sol, you actually don't get a small edible fish at all. You get a tiny edible fish
Awful sword.
that feeds 1 person. Okay.
That person.
Now, you have a choice whether or not you want to fish for another hour.
Yeah, Sol's
I would
got
like
that.
to.
Okay. So Sol is, Ty is, Perry.
Xaryxis he wants to try to catch something better than this little one.
Okay then. So
Can he leave this little one on as bait and see whether or not he
Yeah,
can catch something bigger?
by all
with it?
means. Ty, you're up first, aren't you? With your survival DC 50.
All right, Ty, relax. You're the nature guy. Done this thousands of times.
Fish
You got this.
Whisperer.
Ah,
Oh,
it's beautiful.
yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Finally.
You've got that.
Finally.
Perry, off you go.
Survivor, yeah?
Yeah.
I won't be using inspiration again.
Who don't get anything. Sol.
hearing what Perry said about leave the bait on to attract something bigger, I'm going to reach over and put Ty on the edge of my. Right, here we go. So, it's
15.
a
Wisdom survival.
wisdom survival. Here we go. Oh, clearly the 5s are not with me.
Yeah.
No, I cast out and hit nothing.
So nothing from anyone apart from.
Well, I haven't gone yet.
Oh yeah, sorry, Sanctus, go for it.
You're good.
I keep forgetting.
The light of the thunder
I'm sorry.
No.
is not with
Not
you.
even a
It's okay.
nibble. Not
The
even
light
a
of the
nibble
thunder
for
scared the
11.
fish away.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Beginner's luck, you know.
Ty, roll a 1d10.
With
All
a
right.
critical. With a critical.
9. Okay then.
Uh-oh.
As
Roll
you
initiative.
as you start to haul something in, you notice that there is something quite big and whirling around on your.
Sol, I might need some help here.
Um,
No, what do you mean
I've
it's
put it
me?
in the chat.
Oh my Jesus.
Oh.
For you. Good news. It actually serves. I think it's 8 people, or something like.
Eats or serves.
Feeds up to 12 people.
Eats on 12
But
people.
we need to have a part of combat now. This is actually in the astral sea, so you will only be able to use missile weapons on it. Okay, you can't sort of, unless you decide to pull it onto the deck, and then you can use missile melee weapons. So if you would like to all roll some
Certainly.
Wow.
I'm probably excluded here since I'm up in the brewery.
you're down below cooking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But bear with me, I've got to roll mine twice.
Me and the space eel are linked.
So I got a 7.
Yeah, it's because I don't have a token.
So mine's 17 because I've got advantage.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, I forgot to token it.
Did you click
I
your?
didn't click my token, sorry.
Okay, I'll add it. Okay, so what I'm going to do. What is yours? 17. Just
17,
roll.
yeah.
Just click on your target. Click on your token and roll it again, and
Yeah.
then I'll just overwrite it with a 17. There you go. Okay, let me just. That's it. That's the order. So yeah. So first things first. This huge. But you see this tugging, and Toppler sort of like says, "Watch out!" And this huge space eel. That is rather appropriate because it was a critical fishing success as well. Suddenly brings it out. Perry, you see it erupting from the water. What would you like to do?
Okay, so Perry's going to, when Ty shouts out for help, even though he shouted out sob, turning around and seeing it, Perry's going to just drop his fishing rod, and he's going to get out his hand crossbow and load it. But he's going to wait. How far away is the thing? He wants to wait until it's within 30 foot. I don't know how.
Oh, it's easily within 30
all right.
foot,
So
yeah.
he's going to level off his hand crossbow at it and fire. Did anything come through? I got a 19.
19 hits.
For 4 points of damage.
Yeah. Okay then. Yeah, you fire off, and it seems to hit into by the side of its head. Sol, you're up.
Yeah, so Sol seeing this thing coming towards it, will again drop the rod, mimicking what Perry's just done, and reach out of his shoulder and pull one of his javelins.
Yeah.
And as a free action, he's gonna look at his friend and say, "We're gonna need a bigger boat."
Just in time, yeah.
And then I'm gonna brace myself and throw this javelin.
That's from Jaws, by the way. If anybody,
Oh,
Spoilers.
Oh,
Spoilers. At 14, will that hit?
14 does hit. Its armor class is 14.
Damage of 7.
Yes, and that kills the space eel very nicely. It only had 7 hit points. It was
Nice.
nearly killed on the
First one.
on the first one. But yeah, there's a huge cheer that goes up because space eel is definitely on the menu tonight because it actually feeds up to 12 people.
I'll get my javelin out when it comes to when it's brought in.
Yeah. And that
Pericles is wondering where Sol keeps his javelins if he only has a loincloth on.
You don't want to know.
And-
My javelins.
and that brings us to the end of the journey. So the next time we are playing, you will be entering Doomspace. And just before you do that, Crooks is going to give you some very valuable information that advises that you take very careful note. Okay, and that is where we will leave our trepid adventurer on the ship, traveling through the astral sea towards Doomspace, where they're hoping to join up with a coalition and put Princess Sedalia onto the throne again and say nasty words to her evil brother, and hopefully save their planet as well.
He's banished for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Darth says, "Well done, adventurers. High seas adventures ahead." Yeah. There's something quite nerving about a place called Doomspace.
Yeah.
It's sort of like already to be sending shivers down your spine. Okay, then. Yeah. So thank you very much for coming along and joining us tonight. Let's just see if anybody's got any exciting news or things that they want to advertise. Medivac.
7:30, we're back. They've had the holidays and stuff. So 7:30 Monday is Trail of Cthulhu, and Thursday is back to D&D.
Are you still feeble-minded?
Oh God, yes. I'm
Yeah.
feeble-minded. I'm 30 days of that. And yeah, a warlock of feeble-minded. I can't use magic. Yeah.
Brilliant. You can kick though in an
I can hit with my mace.
Yeah.
I
I think you didn't you kick someone?
I hit somebody with a mace and killed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Mr. Pickles, I noticed that you've decided to call your podcast just some initials now.
Yeah, it's because it's a long name. I have a podcast for anybody who's listening who wants to listen to me talk about movies with my friend Brad. It's called "And I Took That Personally," or it can be summed up with but that doesn't really roll off the tongue.
And
okay.
the latest
it doesn't make a word.
The latest episode was a town called Panic.
Yes, French stop motion animation that we talk about. And it's a weird movie. We get into why it's weird and why basically everybody I show it to just somehow takes it and goes, "I absolutely despise this movie." Yeah,
wow.
It's a weird feeling. Everybody I show it to despises it except for Brad. So if you want to hear us talk about it and theorize why people might despise it so much,
every
You know
time.
why?
How
First
long is
saying
it?
you said French. That's number one.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
long is the film?
it's an hour and 14 minutes. I want
That's
to
probably
say
why.
Yeah.
short movie.
Can I say, Mr. Pickles, every time you say Brad, I just get Rocky Horror Show picture show in my head. You know, Brad and Janet.
Yeah, I guess.
Janet.
Yeah. Anybody else like to say advertise anything else? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay.
I'd like to advertise The Sound of Silence.
Yeah. It's a good song by Simon and Garfunkel. Sound of Silence. Okay, I will be back. We'll be back playing Spelljammer hopefully next Saturday night at 7 o'clock GMT time. I will be back tomorrow morning with some more Minecraft as we journey into the Twilight Forest to try to get some things nice, and also make sure that we set up our experience seed mystic farming. And then tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock, I will be playing some Elder Scrolls Online. So do come along and join us then. If you would like to see more Spelljammer, then do come along and watch us next week. And also remember, if you want to see the full episode right from the beginning and the other games that we play, including a fantastic adventure called White Death, it's really worth watching. Yeah, all that's over on my YouTube channel. You can find the links around my channel. Yeah, it'd be really appreciative. Okay, until then, stay safe, everyone, and healthy. And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye. And it's goodbye from them.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I'll see you next time.
That's almost like lyrical.